Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, we are going to take a look at the term indemnity bond. This term has been used very often by the builder promoter when it came to return of the maintenance deposit, and it was used as a deterrent to avoid this transfer. So let us take a closer look at what exactly is an indemnity bond. What we want to find out is who should indemnify whom. So let's first take a look at what indemnity means. An indemnity bond is just an agreement, a legal agreement between parties, and it acts as a surety in order to secure some performance obligation which is guaranteed under a contract. And the contract in question is our agreement to sell. It's a separate agreement. It is not covered under the main contract, such as the agreement to sell, and it's a three-party contract. Let us see who those three parties are. These three parties in the case of our maintenance deposit society and members is the purchaser, the promoter, and the society. Let us explore how these three parties are engaged with each other by the medium of the agreement to sell and the rules of the society. All of you now must be very familiar with various clauses of the agreement to sell. Clause 5.1.1 states that the flat purchaser is obliged to become a society member. I'm not going into the other details, but you can take it for granted that as a flat purchaser, you have become a society member, not by choice, but by the fact that you have signed that agreement. Again, 9.8, all of you are very familiar with this. The flat purchaser has to pay 3 lakh rupees maintenance deposit to the society. The fact on the ground is that the flat purchaser paid 3 lakh rupees to AHPL, an entity that does not appear anywhere in the main agreement to sell. And the other fact that we know for sure is that this deposit has not been transferred to the society. We also know for a fact that the general body, which is the supreme body of the society, and the decisions taken in the general body are binding on all the members, has resolved by a special general body resolution that the 3 lakh deposit must come back into the funds and accounts of the society. Please excuse me for repeating some of the information which you have seen earlier. AHPL is not a party to the agreement to sell. There is no agreement between the flat purchaser and AHPL to cover the maintenance deposit. It is not covered under Reserve Bank's acceptance of deposit rules. It is not a business advance. It is not a secured or an unsecured loan, and it is not a security deposit. As a matter of fact, the deposit is not protected by any law. The bankruptcy code comes into play only if there's a debt which becomes due and is not paid. Maintenance deposit, we are very clear in our mind, is not covered by IBC code. We are also familiar with the various statements given by the promoter and or AHPL at different times. In fact, the one on the left is a statement which was sent by AHPL as reflecting the holdings of the maintenance deposit. This is an extract of the account held with HDFC. As all of you know from a previous video, it is very surprising that same bank, same date, same period, same amount, it has got two different interest rates. So obviously we are looking at something which is not genuine. Also, what is very surprising is that these 5 deposits do not appear in the latest statement from the same organization. Where have they gone? We do not know. Either they have been dissolved, and what appears is on the right hand side are at a lower interest rate, which is to our disadvantage and harm. We have no explanation for this, and that is what makes it all the more urgent to proceed with the transfer of funds. Again, Saraswat Bank which was to mature sometime in 2021, is missing from the latest statement which has been supplied to us by AHPL. As a matter of fact, the statement prior to this, which gave us the details of the FDs held on 31st of March 2020, also did not have any Saraswat Bank FDs. Where they have gone, we do not know. The society was neither informed nor was it any permission taken. We are told that the maintenance deposits are 7 crore 96 lakhs and that the FDs with the scheduled banks amounted to 6 crores and 44 lakhs on the 31st of March 2020. And they were, of course, this is the extract that is available from a certified copy of the financial statement, which they presented to us, duly signed by a chartered accountant and a director of the same company. What is surprising though is that they have shown 1 crore 52 lakhs in the same statement as lying as a balance with AHPL. As to why they have not been invested, there is no explanation in that. An email says that they have been invested in business and that they'll be paying interest on that. That is not the way it was supposed to be under the agreement to sell, even if this action was done by the foundation. AHPL, of course, has no authority on these funds or any decision-making powers. As far as the agreement to sell is concerned, AHPL does not exist. As we said earlier, there are three parties. It is the flat purchaser, the promoter who is the seller, and the society. Now the purchaser can question the society or in fact sue the society and demand where the maintenance deposit is lying. It is supposed to come to the society and it is not there. So what is required is the promoter should indemnify the society that in case of any dispute, any lawsuit, any civil case, any criminal case arising out of the deposits being held by AHPL, which is a company that is almost entirely owned by PSCL and the two brothers, the society must be indemnified against all these and protected. That is how the indemnity bond must be crafted or worded. That has to be clear in our mind. The promoter must indemnify the society and the purchaser against any claim from members for violation of agreement to sell and non-implementation of the GB resolution. In case a discussion comes up for indemnity bond, the opposite party must be told, and we must be clear in our mind that those who have to prepare the indemnity bond are them and not us. They have not complied with the sale agreement terms and conditions, and that is preventing the society from non-implementation of the GB resolution, and any member can rise and demand an answer or compensation from the society. So that brings us to the end of this video, and what we have learned is there is lack of transparency, as is apparent from the various statements that have been given to us, and there is no match between the FDs that have been held. The deposits must be transferred to the society to comply with the agreement to sell, and the AHPL and promoter must indemnify the society for any claims made by members against the society, simply because the agreement to sell terms and conditions have not been complied with. Friends, our motto is be wiser, and that's what we aim constantly with the help of these videos and discussion and fact finding. Thank you very much for your attention and for sparing the time. We'll meet once again in a different video on a different topic. So until then, bye bye, and once again, thank you very much.